Okay, you should be on page 89 of Springboard. You should have a highlighter and a pen or pencil to write with. And you just received your yellow bookmark. With your yellow bookmark, please put your name on it. Don't put it away. I just saw someone put it in their binder. I don't know why we're working with it. Okay, I'll let you know when we're going to start working with the bookmark. But first we've got to read a little bit of background information about this unit. We're done with Unit 1, the challenge of heroism, and now we're moving on to Unit 2. It's called the challenge of utopia. So please follow with me, folks, as we go ahead and reread the challenge of utopia. What I want you folks to do, in the unit overview, the information is actually broken up into the two parts of the unit. So in the unit overview, I'm going to have you bracket that information just like you see on the screen. You're bracketing it into where is the first embedded assessment and where is the second embedded assessment. So then you're just copying the brackets, copying the info down. So that chunk of information with the EA1, that means it's all of what we're going to be taking care of with the first half of the unit. That EA2 bracket on the right, all that information in that bracket is talking about the second half of the unit. All right, go ahead, turn the page, and you guys are going to have your table of contents in front of you. And all the way to the left, you're going to see this blue goals box. What I want you to do with that blue goals box is I want you to take about a minute, read each one of the goals by yourself, and I want you to use those metacognitive markers. So I want you to write a question mark if you don't think you have ever covered any of that information before in any of those 5 goals. Write an exclamation point if you think, yeah, I know I've done some kind of lesson or activity now this year or last year that covered this goal. Or write an asterisk, that's a little star, if you think you could probably teach that to someone. All right, take a minute, just read through those goals and write one metacog marker next to each goal. Okay, what you guys see on the screen now is where I think you folks kind of fall into play with the goals. There's only one goal that I really don't think you've touched, and the 4 others you definitely have. The first goal, analyzing a novel for a theme, yeah, you've done that before. You did it when you read Tangerine last year. You did it when you read Holes in 6th grade. That's not new. Analyzing expository text, yeah, you did that. You did it in the last unit, reading about Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. That's not new. Have you analyzed argumentative text before, persuasive text? Yeah, you did that last year when you were reading about natural disasters in that Tangerine unit. That's not new. Okay, the third bullet point, developing expository text. Yep, that was your last embedded assessment. Writing about heroism. That was an expository text. That's not new. The fourth bullet point is the one that's probably new. Understanding active versus passive voice. Probably spent a little bit of time in it in 7th grade, but not as much as we're going to be doing this unit. The last goal, developing an effective argument, creating a persuasive appeal. You did that in 7th grade. You did that with Springboard. So out of those 5 goals, there's only one that is really new to you, that you're really going to spend a lot more time on than before. Okay? Go ahead and turn the page, and we're going to move on to activity 2-1.